out off the film, just watching yesterday, what happened, what transpired that didn't turn out to be a win for you guys?
Yeah, similar to what it's been in our losses. High effort. I think playing physical football, just not as detailed as we need to be to beat some of these better teams, and that's something we got to get figured out.
Can you do anything with the spot? Can you go to the league and get clarification or complain or anything like that?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you can get a, yeah, we were wrong, but that's about it at this point. So, like I said, in real time, it was going fast, and we had to make a decision, and once we made it, lived with it.
Does it change how you prepare for those situations going forward?
No, it wouldn't. You can only go by what you see with that amount of time. If you wait, hey, is it a first down? It's not. Clock's running, then you get up there, try to throw a pass. If you take a sack, whatever, don't have time to run the field goal team on. So it was a bang deal, and unfortunately, we didn't make the kick and didn't win the game.
You were talking yesterday about how you were going to kick it no matter what, right? So you were going to go for it in the end zone. Is that something the analytics guys upstairs are telling you, or is that something you?
Yeah, the risk reward at that point, just talking through with everybody, didn't add up. If it was third and whatever, and you ran it and got stopped, you wouldn't have time to run the hurricane, unit onto the field goal unit with the hurricane system, and then if you took a sack, ball gets knocked up, intercepted, whatever, the game's over. So it was one of those deals that we had the first down. Maybe you try to get a little bit closer, but in that situation, it being a third down, we would have probably done the same thing, just taking more time off the clock, done like a slow clock where we didn't have to kick off.
How many guys are in your ear talking to you?
At that point, Coach Rogers, and then we have a guy up top talking through some other factors.
If you're watching the tape, do you think they marked it correctly?
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's hard in real time. It's right there. I it's pretty subjective where he starts his slide, so I understand all that. Just didn't go in our favor this time.
You guys thought he had made the first down.
I did, yes. Yeah, I did.
What is your timeline at this point? Do you know on Matt Prater, and do you expect to need a secondary kicker having Amendola again this week?
I am not sure on Matt. We're going to work him out Wednesday, see how he feels. But we'll be smart. It's a long season. We're going to make sure he feels 100% before we get him back out there.
What about the running back situation?
Same deal. Having all three of those guys go down was tough. We're going to see how it kind of shakes out the next couple of days and go from there. But I'd never been in a situation where three of them in one game got hurt. And like I said, after the game, Eno did a great job. He was cramping up, continued to play, and made some plays late, which gave us a chance. Pulled his hamstring.
What's the thought process right now with Max Williams and where he kind of stands now that he brought him back to practice?
Yeah, I just wanted to continue to. Obviously, we want Max to be here. We love what he's about. He's one of the real leaders in the locker room, and we just wanted to continue to work and feel more and more confident on that leg, and that was the biggest thing. Let's get you back, continue to build confidence on that, and at some point, I'm sure we'll have him active again and rocking with us.
How much did having three running backs go down change the way you called the game or the way you had to perceive the game at that?
Yeah, there were certain things we couldn't get into, couldn't do, but at that point, once we got into the 2-minute drill, it was just him trying to catch his breath, really. I mean, it was what it was. But there were a few things we couldn't get into once Darryl ended up going down as well.
How confident are you in a guy like Keontae Ingram to step in if need be?
Yeah, he's very talented. That's why we kept 5. You don't see that a lot, but he was really impressive in preseason. Has been impressive on scout team, and now it's just about making sure he understands the game plan and executing at a high level if he gets called upon. But his natural gifts are pretty special, we think. They're still working through it, but like I said, we won't know anything probably till Wednesday.
Is Cody Ford, Antoine Wesley looking to come back anytime soon?
Antoine will be out, so he'll be placed on IR. His injury last week, unfortunately, was season-ending, and Cody, we're gonna same deal, get him out, move him around. Conditioning will come into play. Hadn't practiced football in a while, so we'll see how he feels. But I think he's getting close.
I know we all feel like the defense played pretty well overall, but that last 17-play, 70-yard drive that ate up 8 minutes in the fourth quarter probably killed you guys. I mean, they only got a field goal out of it, but it still ate up so much of the clock.
Yeah, that was a big-time drive by them. You got to give them a lot of credit. They got a tremendous offensive line. Jalen does a great job. I said it all week. making decisions when to tuck it and run and when to throw it. And they just put together a big time, got to have it type drive. We had some, third downs that we had a chance to get off the field, and they made the plays. So got to tip your hat to them. And still had time to go back down there, just didn't finish it off.
What's it like to watch Hamilton come back from what he went through and play yesterday? He said he kind of had a breath, but it was his first real action, all that. What's that like?
Yeah, he's as y'all see when he speaks, he's a passionate guy. He's fun to be around, and just knowing his story, all the different teams he's been on, where he comes from. I mean, I remember last year when we got him, he was on his couch and he'd be screaming on the sideline, y'all had me on the couch, like talking to nobody but himself, I think. But he motivates himself, and really, really impressed by the type of person and player he is. So to have him back around the team was good, and we eased him back in yesterday. Hopefully he can get more snaps this week.
How do you feel that the offensive line played, especially Sean at center? Justin made it through the whole game. I guess DJ was even a little banged up.
Yeah, really impressed by that group. That's as good a front as you'll see across the board. I mean, they got great rushers, great interior pieces, and I thought we battled the entire game, gave ourselves a chance. So couldn't be more impressed by how they stuck together, especially with Rodney being out. I thought the communication was really good. I don't know if we had many pre-snap penalties, maybe one there late, and not many penalties overall. So that was good to play clean with that group.
We know Rodney's been kind of dealing with a knee since training camp. Is the thought now to give him some time to really get it right, or what's your hope on getting him back soon?
We're going to see how he feels. That was the thought this week. He didn't feel great by the weekend, and so we wanted to go ahead and rest it. So we got to see Wednesday when he's moving around what it feels like this week.
How close do you feel like this team is to reaching their potential, especially knowing you guys took the last undefeated team down to the wire?
Yeah, like I said, the physicality and effort has been there all year, and those are things you can build off of. I think the details is what comes next, and that's a step we got to take. We got a big division game at Seattle, and division's wide open, and our guys understand what's on the line. So we need to play better in a hurry, and I know we're capable of doing that.
Is there a secret to how you guys play on the road versus playing at home?
No, I think, at this point we just got to work to get better. We can talk all we want about do this or do that or change the schedule or change practice routines, but it's just a matter of getting to work and getting better out there on the practice field.
You ever think about putting them on a bus, driving them by the airport before a home game, taking them to a hotel?
Yeah, I mean, yesterday was about as close to a road game as you can get, so that didn't work, so we can scratch that off the list. All right, thank y'all.